Eskimo is a term for the indigenous peoples who have traditionally inhabited the northern circumpolar region from eastern Siberia, across Alaska, Canada, and Greenland. The term Eskimo is used, particularly in Alaska, to include both Yupik and Iñupiat. In Canada and Greenland, the term Eskimo has fallen out of favor as it is considered by some to be pejorative and has been widely replaced by the term Inuit, Alaska Natives, or other terms. Alaska Natives refers to all indigenous peoples of Alaska, including indigenous peoples of the Pacific Northwest Coast and the Dene. While the term Eskimo is sometimes considered offensive, it is not, in its linguistic origins, a fundamentally offensive word. Alternative terms for American Eskimos, such as Inuit or Yupik, have been proposed, but none have come into widespread acceptance within the United States. Two main groups have historically been referred to as Eskimos by outsiders, the Yupik and Inuit. A third group, the Aleut, is closely related. The two main peoples known as Eskimo are the Inuit of northern Alaska, Canada, and Greenland and the Yupik of central Alaska and Siberia. The Yupik comprise speakers of four distinct Yupik languages, one used in the Russian Far East and the others among people of western Alaska, southern Alaska and along the Gulf of Alaska coast. The Canadian Constitution Act of 1982, Sections 25 and 35 recognized the Inuit as a distinctive group of Aboriginal peoples in Canada. History: several earlier peoples existed in the region, and the earliest positively identified North American Eskimo cultures date to 5,000 years ago. They appear to have evolved in Alaska from people related to the Arctic small tool tradition in Asia who probably had migrated to Alaska at least 3,000 to 5,000 years earlier. There are similar artifacts found in Siberia going back perhaps 18,000 years. The Yupik languages and cultures in Alaska evolved in place, beginning with the original pre-Dorset indigenous culture developed in Alaska. Approximately 4,000 years ago, the Unangan culture of the Aleut became distinct. It is largely considered a non-Eskimo culture. Approximately 1500 or 2000 years ago, apparently in northwestern Alaska, two other distinct variations appeared. Inuit language became distinct and over a period of several centuries migrated across northern Alaska, Canada and into Greenland. The distinct culture of the Thule people developed in northwestern Alaska and very quickly spread over the entire area occupied by Eskimo people, though it was not necessarily adopted by all of them. Nomenclature Origin: two principal competing etymologies have been proposed for the name Eskimo, both derived from the Inuaman language, an Algonquian language of the Atlantic Ocean coast. The most commonly accepted today appears to be the proposal of Ives Goddard at the Smithsonian Institution, who derives it from the Montafnais word meaning snowshoe netter, or to net snowshoes. The word Asamia W means she laces a snowshoe in Montafnais. Montafnais speakers refer to the neighboring Mi'kmaq people using words that sound very much like Eskimo. The second proposal, from José Maillot, a Quebec anthropologist who speaks Montafnais, published a paper in 1978 which suggested, alternatively, that the meaning is people who speak a different language. French traders who encountered the Montafnais in the eastern areas, adopted their word for the more western peoples. The primary reason some people consider Eskimo derogatory is the questionable but widespread perception that in Algonquian languages it means eaters of raw meat. One Cree speaker suggested the original word that became corrupted to Eskimo might indeed have been Askamiki, and the Inuit are referred to in some Cree texts as Askipi. In 1977, the Inuit Circumpolar Conference meeting in Barrow, Alaska, officially adopted Inuit as a designation for all Eskimos, regardless of their local usages. The Inuit Circumpolar Council, as it is known today, uses both Inuit and Eskimo in its official documents, so the term is still used. General. In Canada and Greenland the term Eskimo is widely held by many people to be pejorative and has fallen out of favor, largely supplanted by the term Inuit. However, while Inuit describes all of the Eskimo peoples in Canada and Greenland, that is not true in Alaska and Siberia. In Alaska the term Eskimo is commonly used, because it includes both Yupik and Iñupiat, while Inuit is not accepted as a collective term or even specifically used for Iñupiat. In 1977, the Inuit Circumpolar Conference meeting in Barrow, Alaska, officially adopted Inuit as a designation for all circumpolar native peoples, regardless of their local view on an appropriate term. As a result, the Canadian government usage has replaced the defunct term Eskimo with Inuit. The preferred term in Canada's Central Arctic is Inuit, and in the Eastern Canadian Arctic Inuit. The language is often called Untitled, though other local designations are also used. The Inuit of Greenland refer to themselves as Greenlanders, and speak the Greenlandic language. Because of the linguistic, ethnic, and cultural differences between Yupik and Inuit peoples, it seems questionable that any umbrella term to encompass all Yupik and Inuit people will be acceptable. There has been some movement to use Inuit, and the Inuit Circumpolar Council, representing a circumpolar population of 150,000 Inuit and Yupik people of Greenland, Canada, Alaska, and Siberia, in its charter defines Inuit for use within that ICC document as including the Iñupiat, Yupik, Inuit, Iñupiat, Kalaalleq and Yupik. But, in Alaska, the Inuit people refer to themselves as Iñupiat, plural, and Iñupiat, singular, and do not use the term Inuit as commonly. Thus, in Alaska, Eskimo is in common usage. Alaskans also use the term Alaska Native, which is inclusive of all Eskimo, Aleut and Native American people of Alaska. It does not apply to Inuit or Yupik people originating outside the state. The term Alaska Native has important legal usage in Alaska and the rest of the United States as a result of the Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act of 1971. The term Eskimo is also used in linguistic or ethnographic works to denote the larger branch of Eskimo-Euro-Aleut languages, the smaller branch being Aleut languages. The Eskimo-Euro-Aleut family of languages includes two cognate branches, the Aleut branch and the Eskimo branch. The Eskimo subfamily consists of the Inuit language and Yupik language subgroups. The Sianikskai language, which is virtually extinct, is sometimes regarded as a third branch of the Eskimo language family. Other sources regard it as a group belonging to the Yupik branch. Inuit languages comprise a dialect continuum, or dialect chain, that stretches from Unalakleet and Norton Sound in Alaska, across northern Alaska and Canada, and east to Greenland. Changes from Western to Eastern dialects are marked by the dropping of vestigial Yupik-related features, increasing consonant assimilation, and increased consonant lengthening, and lexical change. Thus, speakers of two adjacent Inuit dialects would usually be able to understand one another, but speakers from dialects distant from each other on the dialect continuum would have difficulty understanding one another. Sword Peninsula dialects in western Alaska, where much of the Iñupiat culture has been in place for perhaps less than 500 years, are greatly affected by phonological influence from the Yupik languages. Eastern Greenlandic, at the opposite end of the Inuit range, has had significant word replacement due to a unique form of ritual name avoidance. The four Yupik languages, by contrast, including Aleutian, Central Alaskan Yupik, Norcan, and Siberian Yupik, are distinct languages with phonological, morphological, and lexical differences. They demonstrate limited mutual intelligibility. Additionally, both Aleutian and Central Yupik have considerable dialect diversity. The northernmost Yupik languages are Euro-Siberian Yupik and Nokornsky Yupik are linguistically only slightly closer to Inuit than is Aleutian, which is the southernmost of the Yupik languages. Although the grammatical structures of Yupik and Inuit languages are similar, they have pronounced differences phonologically. Differences of vocabulary between Inuit and any of one of the Yupik languages is greater than between any two Yupik languages. Even the dialectal differences within Aleutian and Central Alaskan Yupik sometimes are relatively great for locations that are relatively close geographically. The Sianikskai language is sometimes regarded as a third branch of the Eskimo language family, but other sources regard it as a group belonging to the Yupik branch. An overview of the Eskimo-Euro-Aleut languages family is given below. Aleut, Aleut language, Western Central dialects, Atkan, Atuan, Anangan, Bering, Eastern dialect, Unalaskan, Pribilov. Eskimo, Yupik, Central Alaskan Yupik, Aleutian or Pacific Gulf Yupik, Central Siberian Yupik or Ute, Norcan. Inuit or Iñupiat, Ia plus or minus Upiak, Iñupiat, Inuktitchat, Kalaallisat, Inuktun, Tunamiite or Asiat. Cyrenaic Eskimo language. Inuit. The Inuit inhabit the Arctic and northern Bering Sea coasts of Alaska in the United States, and Arctic coasts of the Northwest Territories, Nunavut, Quebec, and Labrador in Canada, and Greenland. Until fairly recent times, there has been a remarkable homogeneity in the culture throughout this area, which traditionally relied on fish, sea mammals, and land animals for food, heat, light, clothing, and tools. They maintain a unique Inuit culture. Greenland's Inuit. Greenlandic Inuit people make up 89% of Greenland's population. They belong to three major groups: Kalaallit of West Greenland, who speak Kalaallisat; Tunamiite of East Greenland, who speak Tunamiisat; Inugut of North Greenland, who speak Inuktun or Polar Eskimo. East Canada's Inuit. Canadian Inuit live primarily in Nunavut, Nunavik and in Nunavut. West Canada's Inuvialut. The Inuvialut live in the western Canadian Arctic region. Their homeland the Inuvialut settlement region covers the Arctic Ocean coastline area from the Alaskan border east to Amundsen Gulf and includes the western Canadian Arctic islands. The land was demarked in 1984 by the Inuvialut Final Agreement. Alaska's Ia plus or minus Upiat. The Ia plus or minus Upiat are the Inuit of Alaska's northwest Arctic and North Slope boroughs and the Bering Straits region, including the Sword Peninsula. Barrow, the northernmost city in the United States, is above the Arctic Circle and in the Ia plus or minus Upiat region. Their language is known as Ia plus or minus Upiak. Yupik. The Yupik are indigenous or aboriginal peoples who live along the coast of western Alaska, especially on the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta and along the Kuskokwim River. In southern Alaska, and along the eastern coast of Chukotka in the Russian Far East and St. Lawrence Island in western Alaska. The Yupik economy has traditionally been strongly dominated by the harvest of marine mammals, especially seals, walrus, and whales. Aleutian. The Aleutian, also called Pacific Yupik or Sujpiak, are a southern, coastal branch of Yupik. They are not to be confused with the Aleut, who live further to the southwest, including along the Aleutian Islands. They traditionally lived a coastal lifestyle, subsisting primarily on ocean resources such as salmon, halibut, and whales, as well as rich land resources such as berries and land mammals. Aleutian people today live in coastal fishing communities, where they work in all aspects of the modern economy. They also maintain the cultural value of subsistence. The Aleutian language is relatively close to that spoken by the Yupik in the Bethel, Alaska area. But, it is considered a distinct language with two major dialects, the Kainiak dialect, spoken on the Alaska Peninsula and on Kodiak Island, and the Chugach dialect, spoken on the southern Kenai Peninsula and in Prince William Sound. Residents of Namwalik, located on southern part of the Kenai Peninsula near Seldovia, speak what they call Sujpiak. They are able to understand those who speak Yupik in Bethel. With a population of approximately 3,000, and the number of speakers in the hundreds, Aleutian communities are working to revitalize their language. Central Alaskan Yupik. Yupik, with an apostrophe, denotes the speakers of the Central Alaskan Yupik language, who live in western Alaska and southwestern Alaska from southern Norton Sound to the north side of Bristol Bay, on the Yukon-Kuskokwim Delta, and on Nelson Island. The use of the apostrophe in the name Yupik is a written convention to denote the long pronunciation of the P sound. But it is spoken the same in other Yupik languages. Of all the Alaska native languages, Central Alaskan Yupik has the most speakers, with about 10,000 of a total Yupik population of 21,000 still speaking the language. The 5 dialects of Central Alaskan Yupik include General Central Yupik, and the Ajagic, Norton Sound, Hoopobaishevik, and Nunivak dialects. In the latter two dialects, Both the language and the people are called Yupik. Siberian Yupik. Siberian Yupik reside along the Bering Sea coast of the Chukai Peninsula in Siberia in the Russian Far East and in the villages of Gambel and Servo-Onga on St. Lawrence Island in Alaska. The Central Siberian Yupik spoken on the Chukai Peninsula and on St. Lawrence Island is nearly identical. About 1,050 of a total Alaska population of 1,100 Siberian Yupik people in Alaska speak the language. It is the first language of the home for most St. Lawrence Island children. In Siberia, about 300 of a total of 900 Siberian Yupik people still learn and study the language, though it is no longer learned as a first language by children. Norcan. About 70 of 400 Norcan people still speak Nokornsky. The Norcan originate on the Chukot Peninsula in Chukotka Autonomous Okrug in Siberia. Cyrenaic Eskimos. Some speakers of Siberian Yupik languages used to speak an Eskimo variant in the past, before they underwent a language shift. These former speakers of Cyrenaic Eskimo language inhabited the settlements of Cyrenaic, Intuk, and some small villages stretching to the west from Cyrenaic along southeastern coasts of Chukai Peninsula. They lived in neighborhood with Siberian Yupik and Chukai peoples. As early as in 1895, Intuk was already a settlement with a mixed population of Cyrenaic Eskimos and Ungazigmit. Cyrenaic Eskimo culture has been influenced by that of Chukai, and the language shows Chukai language influences. Folktale motifs also show the influence of Chukai culture. The above peculiarities of this Eskimo language amounted to mutual unintelligibility even with its nearest language relatives. In the past, Cyrenaic Eskimos had to use the unrelated Chukai language as a lingua franca for communicating with Siberian Yupik. Many words are formed from entirely different roots than in Siberian Yupik, but even the grammar has several peculiarities distinct not only among Eskimo languages, but even compared to Aleut. For example, dual number is not known in Cyrenaic Eskimo, while most Eskimo-Euro-Aleut languages have dual, including its neighboring Siberian Yupik's relatives. Little is known about the origin of this diversity. The peculiarities of this language may be the result of a supposed long isolation from other Eskimo groups, and being in contact only with speakers of unrelated languages for many centuries. The influence of the Chukai language is clear. Because of all these factors, the classification of Cyrenaic Eskimo language is not settled yet. Cyrenaic language is sometimes regarded as a third branch of Eskimo. Sometimes it is regarded rather as a group belonging to the Yupik branch. Myths and misconceptions about the Eskimo. There are common erroneous ideas about the Eskimo. These include, they have thousands of words for snow. Eskimo-Euro-Aleut languages have about the same number of distinct word roots referring to snow as English does, but the agglutinative structure of these languages allows almost infinite combinations of prefixes and suffices to these roots, so snow can form as many words as any other root. See Eskimo words for snow. They live in igloos. The word igloo, or igloo simply means house. The snow house identified with the people was built as a temporary shelter during hunting seasons in the late winter and spring. It expressed an important survival skill in making use of what materials were available. The snow house is built today in emergencies or for fun as part of the transfer of traditional knowledge between generations. See also. Notes. References: Kaplan, Lawrence D. The Language of the Alaskan Inuit. In Dermot R. F. Collis. Arctic Languages. An Awakening. Vendemy, UNESCO. ppA 131 Euro 158. ISBN A92-3-102661-5. Manuvshkikov, Georgy. Contemporary Studies of the Eskimo-Euro-Aleut Languages and Dialects, a Progress Report. In Dermot R. F. Collis. Arctic Languages. An Awakening. Vendemy, UNESCO. ppA 69 Euro 76. ISBN A92-3-102661-5. Nuttall, Mark. Encyclopedia of the Arctic. New York, Routledge, 2005. ISBN 978-1-57958-436-8. Borktin, Nikolai. Endangered Languages in Northeast Siberia, Siberian Yupik and Other Languages of Chukotka. In Eric Carson. Bicultural Education in the North, Ways of Preserving and Enhancing Indigenous Euro Unregistered Trademark Languages and Traditional Knowledge. Ma 1/4 NSTER, Waxman Verlag PPA 159 Euro 173. ISBN A978-3-89325-651-8. Borktin, Nikolai. Endangered Languages in Northeast Siberia, Siberian Yupik and Other Languages of Chukotka. In Eric Carson. Bicultural Education in the North, Ways of Preserving and Enhancing Indigenous Euro Unregistered Trademark Languages and Traditional Knowledge. Ma 1/4 NSTER, Waxman Verlag PPA 159 Euro 173. ISBN A978-3-89325-651-8. Cyrillic, Thuith micron th 1/2 th 3/4 th squared n permel th 3/4 th squared, th euro th micron th 1/2 th thn th nn th 1/4 th 3/4 n th 3/4 th squared th 3/4 th 1/2 th micron n th degree, th 3/4 n th micron n euro th 1/4 th 3/4 n euro n th 3/4 th 3/4 th cubed th nth micron th n on th nth 3/4 th squared th degree n euro no through 3/4 nth squared th degree euro cent th micron th 1/2 th 1/2 th cubed n euro th degree th degree th micron th 1/4 th nth degree n florin th 1/2 n nth n on florin n nth 3/4 th 1/2 th degree th 1/2 th n are the transliteration of author's name, and the rendering of title in English, Manuvshkikov, G.A. Language of Siren-Key Eskimos. Phonetics, Morphology, Texts and Vocabulary. Moscow Eurocent Leningrad, Academy of Sciences of the USSR, Further Reading, Adapting to Climate Change, Social Ecological Resilience in a Canadian Western Arctic Community. Conservation Ecology 5, 2, Canadian Council on Learning, State of Inuit Learning in Canada, Contemporary Food Sharing, a Case Study from Mikulavik, PQ. Canada. Internet Sacred Text Archive, Inuit Religion, Inuit Culture, Inuit Exposure to organochlorines through the Aquatic Food Chain. Environmental Health Perspectives 101, 7, Inuit Women and Graphic Arts, Female Creativity and its Cultural Context. The Canadian Journal of Native Studies 9, 2, Pogtayut Inuit Women of Canada, The Inuit Way, A Guide to Inuit Culture, We the People, American Indians and Alaska Natives in the United States. Census 2000 Special Reports February 2006.